I'm joined by a goddess coming out of Auckland. Believe me, this young lady you have been absolutely loving. By the way, we've been receiving the emails just lately, and I got to be honest with you, yes, she's a hero of mine as well. Marina Bloom, good morning to you.
Good morning, Grant.
It is.
So great to be here.
Yeah, look, it is an absolute pleasure to have you amongst us, and I feel like I know you, to be quite honest with you. I've spoken to your producer, Emphatic, so much about you that we are very, very excited to have you a part of the Galaxy family. Welcome along.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I was so nervous all morning, but now I'm kind of fine.
Yeah, no, you don't need to be nervous at all, believe me. I'm like the brother you've never had.
I can picture that.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't want me afterwards either, do you? Anyway,
That's how you're going to behave.
yeah, I behave like a gentleman. I really, really do. I'm old school. I really, really am. I believe a lady should stay a lady all her life, and she should be protected in every way. Now, having said that, my friend, you are not Indigenous to New Zealand. You've come from Russia. Tell me a little bit about that.
So, yeah, I come from Russia. So I came to New Zealand some 17 years ago. Some time ago. I'm not going to tell you at what age.
No, I wouldn't ask that. Not at all. As I said, I'm a gentleman.
I just loved New Zealand. The first time I came to New Zealand, it was like December, and I was, wow, it's like, this is the best country in the world. I love sheep, I love the fields, I love everything about it, so I'm going to live here. And I did my study at the University of Auckland, and yeah, I ended up here.
Very, very cool, and a great decision to be able to come here and stay here in New Zealand. Sheep, on the other hand, you must know Barbara well. She's got a few on her place.
Oh, wow.
She won't. She won't let me near them. I said to her one day that I was going to go out and ride one. That was it. No, not allowed.
No riding sheep.
Oh, come on.
Protection rights. Come on.
Rights for sheep, what a great idea. I'll tell the Americans all about that one. Now, you're currently working with the Emphatic, and he is a very, very close friend of Galaxy's as well. So it is an absolute pleasure to be able to play not only his mastered work, but yours as well. And we're going to start off with something called 7 Seas. Now, I want to know all about that. Tell me about the lyrics. How did you come to them?
So, the lyrics are written by a close friend of mine, Michael Davis, and they are based on a relationship between, it's kind of like a true story lyrics. He obviously got inspired by his relationship. And this song is about ever-changing, ever sort of lasting conflict and contradiction between men and women. And I love the whole notion of this polarity, yin and yang, so it's quite cool to be able to reflect that in the song. So Capricorn and Cancer obviously are the opposite side of the horoscope, and you hear those lyrics in the song. And I really got enchanted by that melody, and I just, normally I write music to lyrics, and this is not an exception as well. So the song was recorded in one of the studios, and partially we kind of played with it quite a little bit. We recorded in different places, and it's like a hand drum in it, so you will hear some of those beautiful instruments and like live guitar. So we worked quite a bit to make it the way it is. And now I'm having a New York producer wanting to remix the song because he just fascinated by it. So yes, it's a little bit, and there was a music video on YouTube for 7 Seas that you can look at as well, which was filmed in Muriwai Beach. And the only day in July that was sunny last year. And it was all filmed in one day, so I was quite impressed with the abilities of Dan, who's the video operator, the creative director. And yeah, so I had quite amazing experience with the song, and I hope you love it.
We do. We absolutely do love that particular song. Now, I also want to, just before we play it, was it Moving Stuff, the band that you're working with at the moment, were they involved as well?
So they were involved in the sense of, so we performed the song before we recorded it, and they obviously their input was in this creative parts for each instrument, so definitely like the drum track here. But yeah, there was a lot of input from the band. So I've got a 6-piece band, and when I do perform it live, we try to get it as close to the recording as possible, but sometimes it's even better. So yes.
Totally understand that, my friend. And I tell you what, we better give them a bit of a shout out. We'll say hi to Chris, Mike, John, Graham, and Kaz. We'll talk about them very, very shortly, of course, Moving Stuff, the band. But right now, here's Marina Bloom, 7 Seas, right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Gosh, it's hot up here. Are you comfortable there, my friend?
Yes, I am.
Nice, nice. Let me just plug this back in so I can hear what you're saying. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and I'm joined by the rock goddess to be. Yes, Marina Bloom is joining us out of Auckland, and believe me, the 7 Seas song, only recorded and released in August last year, it's got longevity, I tell you, it's going to last a long, long time. Now, at the same time, your flavours sort of, your genres mix around quite a bit, don't they? It can go anything from what I would call pop jazz even, up to electronic techno, if you want to put it like that. And believe me, I'm very, very excited to be able to release today your new, and I think it's going to be a #1 charter, I really, really do, This Feeling. And we can't wait to be able to get through all the way down to the other end of the interview to be able to play it, because we have so many people emailing us all the time. And in fact, I have my producer talking to me right now saying, Grant, you know, we've got about 40 emails right now that have just come in since the start of this interview. So people out there are fascinated with Marina Bloom. Now, Marina, how long have you been singing? I gather you've been singing since a young lady.
Yes, well, I probably started singing as long as I remember myself, and basically since probably 4. And the first experience I remember about singing is being on the bus with my mum, and I was just singing on the bus, and my mum was like, shh, 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 you know, like, don't do that loud, but I just couldn't contain myself. So obviously I had this love and for performing and singing, and also at school, the first year of school when I started, when I was 5 or whatever, I remember myself in front of a big audience, and that didn't faze me. So, and I was just singing my heart out. I had a very strong voice from quite early on, and then I was leading a choir, so it was quite a lot of performing and singing, and I just love that. So it was my favorite thing to do. And yeah, I ended up going through school singing all the way. I probably written my first song when I was sort of like 17, but not really, you know, not really done anything. So I was just fascinated with music per se. Had probably 1 year of music education, like piano, and then I just sort of developed myself from there.
Well, you know what? The world thanks you for that one bus ride. I've got to be honest with you. You have bloomed, if I should say the word, so much. And I'm not making a parody of your name. I'm really not. But I got to be honest with you. I find it hard to believe that you've only been writing songs for about 3 years now. You seem like an old hand at it.
Well, I think the reason why it seems that way is because the lyricist that I've been writing with has been writing his lyrics for 20 years, so he has a lot of experience. And probably 95% of my songs I've written based on his lyrics. Michael Davis, that is. And because he's got such an experience, he's got a great experience, but he also has rapport and articulation of, and he's very, very pedantic about the words and the rhyming and everything. That when he comes to me with lyrics, I hear the melody, and it fits in perfectly. And I don't know how that happens, but I think it's a credit to his ability to write. I totally accredit it to him. Yeah.
You know, I get that. I really, really do. And in fact, it is always nice to be able to work with other people that have so much experience. Some of that does rub off, and I can see it and feel it in your music that you're performing with at the moment. You must excuse me, I've been given emails here that are coming through, and I know Emphatic's spoken to you about this. So we have one young lady coming out of Cairns, Australia, every interview that we do, and there's a smile. She already knows what I'm going to ask her. This young lady always asks me just one question only, and it is indicative now of how I do an interview. To be quite honest, I would feel rather strange if she didn't actually email me. So, Marina Bloom, what's your marital status?
I'm divorced.
You're single.
I'm divorced. I'm not going to decline or accept that kind of question, but I'll just say, yeah, I believe the rest of your imagination.
Fair enough too, and I hope that answers your question over there in Cairns, Australia. But I'm sure, you know, every time she texts me this one particular question, I'm sure she's looking for a new spouse, if you know what I mean. I keep saying to her, if you're going to actually marry somebody that I interview, at least you better come with a brewery and a boat. That's the Kiwi attitude, isn't it? And now, Marina, I want to know about Houston. We have a problem. Where did that come from?
So that was literally influenced. Again, Michael Davis has written the lyrics, and that was influenced. It was the time when David Bowie died, and it impacted Michael in this way. He was writing it, and I guess reflecting on life, you know. So it talks about how we want to always run away from reality. And Michael always kind of writes these deep lyrics that takes you on sort of a journey. It's like a story or a storytelling, which I absolutely love. And again, when I got the lyrics, I remember myself sitting in my lounge and with my little keyboard and just looking at the lyrics and reading them. And how I describe it always, you know, is when I read these lyrics, it creates like a rhythm in my head that my brain just sits like a trap, and then I wait for the melody to come. It's like a butterfly trap, as I call it, and then the melody comes and just perfectly fits in, and I don't know how it happens, but as I played that melody that was in my head, I got so amazed by it, you know. That's why I never think it's my music, because it just comes to me, and because I am such very self-critical, so I always kind of criticize myself. But in this case, if I think it's amazing, it must be amazing too. Yeah. So I really love this song. I really do. And we recorded it. The whole band was there to record it. I'm playing piano on this one, and yeah. So it took us a while. We rehearsed it for a long time, and everybody thinks it's an amazing piece of work, which I totally stand by. And it's even being remixed in New York, and probably will be released very soon as well, as a dance track. So, but we hear it, if you're going to play it as a, format from the studio or my band playing it. So yeah, I'm really proud of this track.
You know, I am going to play it very, very shortly, but first of all, I want to know, where did you come up with the name Moving Stuff for the band?
So that was even before I had the band. So because Michael Davis, my lyricist, and we had started writing music together, writing songs together before the band was put together. We were literally, I was helping him move, or he was helping me move. I can't remember, but we were trying to come up with a name for our, creative union. And And as we were moving from one floor to the other with boxes, it was like an apartment block with boxes, we sort of played with some names, but then I said, moving stuff. I think we're moving and we want to move people with our stuff, so how's that? And so he liked it, and we just decided this is what it's going to be. And then, from there, we've done it.
Very, very cool. And I tell you what, folks, if you are in Auckland and you're going to go and see them live, please don't forget the name Moving Stuff. They are absolutely brilliant. Here they are right now with Houston. We have a problem. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM. I am so sweating. Can't nip up. You good? No. Marina Bloom. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and I'm joined by what's going to be the new icon of Auckland music. Yes, Marina Bloom's joining us, and it is an absolute pleasure to have such a lovely young lady talk to me this morning from Sochi, Russia. Now tell me, we were just talking off air about the Winter Olympics there and the microclimate it has. Tell me all about that.
Okay, so Sochi is a resort that's based on the Black Sea, and as you might think about Russia as a cold place, but in fact, that particular city is the very southern point of Russia, where we never get snow, or hardly ever gets any snow, and the climate is subtropical, so we have kiwifruit, we have the Jawas, we have figs, mandarin, so you can imagine that kind of climate. It's very warm, it's lovely, the sun is just lovely there. And then, but you would question, how the Winter Olympics happened there, and what happens is when you drive into the mountains, like 40 minutes away from the city, you end up being in this micro environment where the mountains just keep this cool climate, and it ends up being there up to 4 meters of snow.
That is so cool, to be very, very honest with you. It's always nice to be in a winterless environment, but just, hop in the car, a couple of minutes down the road, before you know it, you got your skis on, and I really love that. I really, really do. Coming from Dunedin, I don't like the snow that much myself. I gotta be honest with you. That's why we're in the Bay of Plenty right now. No winter chills there at all, actually. In fact, we're very, very lucky if we get down as far as a 0, to be quite honest with you. But having said that, I love the Winter Olympics as well. I went to the ones in Canada a number of years ago, and I speak to a number of Canadians about those particular Winter Olympics. Unfortunately, right now, they're right up waist deep in snow, and I just couldn't deal with that at all.
I know, it's quite hard for them. Yeah, my sister, she lives in Canada, so I hear that it's very cold.
Yeah, absolutely. Which part of Canada does she live in?
I think it's Ontario.
Yeah.
Seriously can't remember.
Believe me, they are just getting hammered right now with snow.
Yeah,
and
yeah, they are, yeah.
One good friend of mine actually drives a snowplower, and he says, the really weird thing is when you come out first thing in the morning, you've got to dig out your own car to get to work to go and dig out snow. I'm going, I wouldn't do it. I just wouldn't do it.
I can totally, or you try to open the door and you just can't open it, so you have to kind of make your way and then squeeze out, yeah.
Exactly. In fact, I was talking to one young lady, and she says, "Come and have a look out my back door." And I went, "Yeah, okay, fair enough." So she took me out the back, and she says, "You see the step there?" And I went, "Yeah." And she goes, "Well, there's another 12, and the snow was right up to the very top step." I went, what, you step off there, you just lose yourself? She goes, about 2 feet above my head. No, thank you. That is not the place to be. I don't want it. Wouldn't do it. I'd be drinking too much hot stuff, I'll be honest with you, just to keep warm. Now, we want to be able to take this feeling to the number one, and we're going to be coming to this very, very shortly, but we are going to be doing a few giveaways with your brand spanking new track that we're going to be premiering this morning. But also, you were doing something on Facebook just a few days ago with a very, very stylish handbag. Now, tell me all about that. Did anybody win it? Who won it? And quite frankly, why don't you just give it to me?
Well, you know,
I think it'll go with my eyes.
You've got competition. I've got a few ladies eyeing up that bag, and I have not given it away. And I just think we will leave it for until I get all the sales finalized, and then we will do the draw. So I would love anybody who buys the track on pre-order now, email you guys the receipt, and so that we can actually figure out how to draw it. But this is an amazing designer, cuckoo designer from New Zealand, very trendy bag. So if we can post the links to that website somewhere, it's amazing. It's like really beautiful handmade bag. It's just, I'm like, I should have brought it with me to work, but I didn't.
I hear plenty of voices in the background now. Are we interrupting you at work at the moment, or?
You are.
Okay, good. Let's get, we can stretch this out a little bit so that you can actually take the time to talk to me and get paid for it at the same time. Like that idea.
This is really bad. My people here at work, my colleagues know that I do music because I regularly bother them with my new tracks. But I also organize a choir here at work, and we do weekly rehearsals. I just said I need to bring music to work, and so I did that. And now we perform carols and everything. So I'm here. Yes.
You know what? I'm on the verge of saying, come on, break out the staff members. Let's have a sing along. And believe me, we have right now 6,281,000 joining us for this interview. I'm sure they would love to be able to hear your staff members as well, having a bit of a sing-along. But moreover, we were talking about this particular bag, and I think I really want one, to be quite honest. So I'm going to have a chat to you about where you got this bag from in the first place. A little later down the track, I'm very, very adverse to buying my wife maybe one if we can't compete for one. But at the same time, we want to be able to take this feeling to number one in New Zealand. So we want people to be able to get hold of you. Now, how do they buy the music? How do they get this music to us? How do they get the receipts so that they can get themselves a precious cap and t-shirt, exclusive to Galaxy as well? And also the chance of being able to win a cell phone. How do they do this?
So how they do that, at the moment the track is in 2 places that you can get it. So actually 3 if you're in America as well. So you can get it on iTunes, but you have to go to iTunes Music, which is like this white star on the pink square background. And you search for Marina Bloom in there, and when all the songs will come up, you will see This Feeling, which is a picture of me in sunglasses. And when you go into it, there is a pre-order button, it's $2.39. You click on that, and you'll have to confirm, and that is a pre-sale. So on 20th, which is on Saturday, this will be released. You'll be able to download and listen to it. On Google Play, it's very simple. You just search for my name, it comes up. You can pre-order there as well. And on Amazon, if you're in America, you can get it from there, or outside of Australasia anyway. So far, and I think it's on Tidal as well. If it's not, it's going to be in a couple of days. So yeah, that's where it is. And once you have purchased it, you will have a confirmation on the screen. Take a screenshot and send it to info@galaxyfm.co.nz. And once you've sent that off to them by email, we will collate all of that and draw prizes as we've got some really cool prizes. And the bag, just to answer that, has been given to me by this awesome designer, Cuckoo, and we will post a link to her website, and she's just amazing. She supports my music, and I'm just really grateful for that support. And I think in New Zealand, it's quite hard to find quality, that kind of quality. So, and I think just handmade with perfect everything, and it's so stylish. I just love it. So if you go online and have a look at her, what she does, and bags and different types of accessories, you'll be amazed. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. It is going to be a little hard to be able to go online and research this bag without knowing who's done it, but we're not going to go there right now, are we? No.
So there is a link on my Facebook page to her site directly.
Ah.
So if you go to Facebook, and just type in Marina Bloom and moving stuff, you will see my page. While you're there, like my page, so you can follow and get the updates. And then once you are on my page, it's pretty much one of the top posts that I've just done that has that leather bag. You will see it. And you can just go into it. It's a link directly to that website where you will be able to scroll through. It's like a $400 bag. It's like really cool. And it's out as well.
Absolutely, and I'm always in favour of something being made here in New Zealand, not from overseas, because sometimes I feel that, quite frankly, if it's coming especially out of China, good things aren't cheap, cheap things aren't good. That is an absolutely splendid piece of work, I've got to be honest with you, and I'm very, very amazed that you would give away something of that calibre. Believe me, it is an absolute winner, it really, really is, and good luck to anybody who actually gets it, because I want one. I really, really do. I think it'll go with my eyes. I do. But in the meantime, how do people get hold of you? Now, are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram? And when people do get hold of you, Marina, do you reply?
Yes, I do reply. I try to reply to every single message. And I have, if you send me a message through Facebook, for example, you will get a response with the group for my fan group, in which you can join, and there I very often chat to my supporters and get their opinions on songs, and kind of share with them my ideas, get ideas from them. And also I am on Instagram. If you look for Marina in Bloom on Instagram, I am on Twitter. I think it's moving stuff on Twitter. And yeah, I'm pretty much, so I've got a website as well, which is called movingstuff.co.nz, and there you will get the shows that we do, as well as on Facebook. So Facebook is probably my main social media platform, in which I do live chats quite often, like in the last couple of days I've done, and I love connecting to my fans, so I would really love to hear all of you guys' feedback, and it's just really amazing. It gives me this feeling of that everything I put out actually is being heard, which is quite cool.
Well, I got to be honest with you, 6.5 million people are listening and know your name, Marina. They really, really do. Got to ask you though, with your website, do you have a merch store?
I do have a merch store, but it doesn't have any items yet, because I am still designing some of the specific items for new releases. So it will be there soon. So if you go to my website and subscribe to the newsletter, as soon as we release the merch line, you will get that. So just go on the website and you will see the subscribe field, and just put your email in there.
Very, very cool, because I got to let you know, we'd love to be able to keep Marina Bloom rolling on Galaxy 107 FM, and when you have your next EP, your next album that comes out, would you consider us giving us a number of copies and maybe a t-shirt or two or something like that, that's personally Marina Bloom, that we can give to our fans, because believe me, our fans just absolutely love free product, as you can understand, everybody does, but at the same time it keeps Marina Bloom rolling right here at Galaxy 107 FM.
I would love that. So my next album, which is called Back Where We Started, is going to be released hopefully in the beginning of March. I've sort of been pushing it a little bit out. The reason why I pushed my release of the album out is because of this new track that we will hear eventually in this hour. And I've been just so amazed by this track that I've just pushed everything else out, and I decided to focus on this because I think this has got real real momentum. And my new album, it will feature this song on my new album as well. So when it comes out, definitely we'll sign some CDs and I'll send you the merch. If I have it by then, then absolutely.
Brilliant, because believe me, I know that we're going to have a lot of fans coming to us saying, hey, listen, how do I get hold of some free Marina Bloom products? And I'm going to be able to say, hey, listen, we've got some here, we're doing a competition, give me a call, and let me know who you are, and we'll be able to send some out to you. That's absolutely stunning, absolutely love that. Now, I want to know about somebody else's life. Are you leading somebody else's life?
Again, I do not take any responsibility for the lyrics. I'm all about music. So this song this song was the second song I've ever written in my life. So this was, a very strong energy. So I kind of look at each melody as an energy, and sometimes when I write it, if it comes back to me the next day and it's a very strong presence in my head all day, I know that it's going to last. And so this particular song was like that. And I remember actually having acoustic versions of it, performing to my friends in lounges and stuff, where I had no idea about production or anything else. So this is very dear to my heart. It's got a techno feel to it, I think, and people loved it. Yeah.
Absolutely, and believe me, we here at Galaxy 107 FM absolutely love it as well. So here she is, Marina Bloom, right here at Galaxy 107 FM. Somebody else's live. Yes. Yeah, that's good. All right. Yep. Yeah. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, joined by the new icon of music coming out of Auckland, Marina Bloom. And our producer just couldn't wait to come in and introduce herself and tell you how much she loves that particular track. It is an absolute pleasure to play, it really, really is. And I can see that one being played in all the clubs in Auckland.
Yeah, but it's an interesting one. Everybody finds something that they love, and this one is a very dancey one. I love it.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're coming into the number one song that is being requested by our audience right now for you, which is Heroes, and that's only because this feeling hasn't been played yet, which we're building into right after Heroes, and that's where you can also enter into buying the particular track, Feel Good Feeling. Give yourself a good feeling anyway, because you never know, you might be able to get yourself a t-shirt and cap and also a cell phone coming from Techram Direct. And for those of you who have never heard of Techram Direct, go online, www.techramdirect.co.nz. Go and have a look at these phones. Absolutely splendid. 13 megapixels in these phones. Absolutely stunning what you can get in them these days. Don't you think, Maroon?
I agree.
She's so up with the play with cell phones, absolutely. Now, Marina, tell me about Heroes. Where did you come with the lyrics of that? And where did you get it recorded?
It's been recorded again in one of the studios by Mike McCarthy, and my guitarist Josh Brown was doing the lead guitar on it. And yeah, it's one of those songs. It's about actually my relationship as a true story. And yeah, Michael has written the lyrics for it again, and this was just one of my favorite choruses out of all, I guess, and my favorite bridges out of all songs. So when I play it, people immediately like it, and it's got a little bit of a rock feel, I think. And yeah, it's been received really well.
88,000 people around the world have viewed it on the internet, and that's an incredible amount of people to be able to look at one song, and it's just climbing every day. We know here how popular it is because, believe me, we get inundated with requests for heroes from Marina Bloom. Now, at the same time, I've got to let you know, when I very first started playing it, we didn't actually introduce it to anybody or anything, we just played it. And the next morning, it was actually on a Sunday show that we played it. When I came into work, 2 o'clock in the morning on a Monday morning, in my little cubby hole, there was just a stack, an absolute stack of paper out there from our receptionist going, wanting to know about the song and how many times we can play it. So we played it again, and it got more and more and more popular every time we played it. Now at the stage we've got to my receptionist now, she doesn't bother writing it down anymore. She takes it off the internet, literally puts it on a USB and puts a little sticker on it saying, "You deal with this, Grant." There is that many people asking about it. So without further ado, let's play Marina Bloom. Here's Heroes.
Now, Grant, I'm just going to go and...
I've had a lot of experience playing music in different bands, and yeah, I worked like a family. We go on retreats, we joke, we jam, we love playing on stage. It's a really cool team of people.
Very, very cool. I know what it's like putting bands together because I have done it a number of times over the years, and we've had some very successful bands ourselves that have been pretty much placed together. Never met each other before, come in for a rehearsal, before you know it, they're absolutely awesome, and that doesn't happen too many times. There's always some sort of conflict somewhere, somehow, sometime. But believe me, when you do get a band to gel, it can absolutely just be brilliant, absolutely stunning. And I think the band that you've got together that is gelling right now is going to pay dividends for you down the track. I really, really believe that. Now, even though we are in summertime right now,